Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Klaviyo subscriber on the Shopify cart abandonment for follow-ups. So I'm managing an online store with the help of Shopify, and the major concern which I am facing is that the customers are not placing the final orders, but many customers add the details, add the products which they want in the cart and leaving the cart abandoned. To solve this problem, I want to send the follow-up emails to these customers by adding them as a subscribers in Klaviyo. So here my objective is that whenever a customer is going to make the cart abandoned in Shopify, automatically that same customer should be added as a subscriber in Klaviyo. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up the connection between Shopify and Klaviyo, and that we are going to do without any coding and programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So here, as I told you, we are going to learn how to create Klaviyo subscribers for Shopify cart abandoned. So I am managing a Shopify store where I'm selling multiple products, but the regular concern which I am facing related to the customers is that many of the customers add the products which they want to purchase, which they wish to buy in their carts. Alright, but at the time of payment, due to any of the distraction or any of the other work which they are having or any other mindsets, they are leaving the cart abandoned and they are not proceeding for payments and not placing the final orders. To send follow-up messages, to send follow-up emails to these customers, I want to add these customers as a subscribers in Klaviyo. So I'm using Klaviyo for follow-ups, which is an amazing email marketing application, and my objective is that whenever a customer is going to leave their cart abandoned on my Shopify store, automatically that customer should be added as a subscriber in Klaviyo, so that further I will be able to send them follow-up emails so that they can be reminded of making the purchase successful before the order is missed. Now here the problem which I am facing is that on a regular basis, many of the customers are leaving their cart abandoned. So I could not add each and every customer as a subscriber in Klaviyo manually. So to automate this entire process, I'm going to build a simple connection between Shopify and Klaviyo. And for building the connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. That is an amazing automation and integration software. So Pabbly Connect helps us to build the connection between our work applications to automate all our repetitive tasks without any coding and programming skills. Let's get started quickly. Currently, we are on the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It is going to create a free new account for you just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you will be receiving 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, currently I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. It has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on our dashboard, we will find all our workflows which we have created. And to save the same workflows, we can also add the workflows over here in separate folders. Now, to create a new workflow, we are going to click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box is appeared in front of us. So it is asking us to provide a name to our workflow. So first of all, I'm going to give a name over here. Create Klaviyo subscriber on the Shopify cart abandonment. Okay, so after giving the name to my workflow, I'm going to select the folder. So over here, I have a list of folders. You can see I have created separate folders for separate kind of automations. But here, because I have created a separate folder for all the automations which I'm going to create for managing my e-commerce store, and Shopify is my e-commerce store. So here I'm going to select the folder automations for e-commerce store. Alright, then I'm going to click on create. In the similar manner, you can also create separate folders according to different purpose of workflows. Now, as we've done that, a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains two extremely important windows. First is the trigger over here and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now, let's suppose my objective is that whenever a new cart is abandoned in Shopify by a customer, then automatically that customer who has left the cart abandoned should be added as a subscriber in Klaviyo. So here for that, I'm going to take Shopify in trigger and Klaviyo in action. When we are going to build a connection between these applications, we will clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the cart is left abandoned by the customer, then only the customer will be added in Klaviyo, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger in action, let us quickly start creating our automation step by step. To start with the workflow, first of all, we have to go towards our trigger step and we have to select our trigger application. So over here, our trigger application will be Shopify. Let's select that quickly. As we have done that, now we have to select the trigger event, what you want to perform, on the happening of which event you want to capture the response. So here we have multiple events, as you can see: new blog entry beta, new abandoned cart checkouts, new checkout, new collection, etc. On the happening of whichever event you want to capture the response, you have to select that, because our objective is that whenever a customer is going to leave the cart abandoned, then we want to capture the response. So new abandoned cart checkouts will be our trigger event over here. Now here, as soon as the customer will leave the cart, the response of that customer with all the details of the cart will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. For that, we have to build the connection between Shopify and Pabbly Connect. So let's get started for that as well. We have to click on this connect button, and over here we have two options: add new connection and select existing connection. So now here, if you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that. But to create a new connection, you will go towards add new connection section, and over here you have to enter some details for that: admin, API access token, and the subdomain. So let's start with the subdomain. How you're going to get this? For this, you just have to go towards your Shopify store, and on your Shopify store you will check out your URL. Okay, in the URL you will find your subdomain. So here I'm going to take you towards my Shopify store. This is my Shopify store and this is the URL of my store. So in the URL you can see that after https:/ and before .myshopify.com, here we have a unique ID. This is our subdomain. So let's copy this and we'll move back to paste it over here. Okay, in a similar manner, you also have to get your subdomain quickly. And now here we are going to move forward towards the admin API access token. How we are going to get this? To get the API access token, first of all, we need to create the app inside Shopify account. And when we'll create that app, when we'll provide the configuration to that app, then we are going to get the API key. Okay, so it is very easy, do not worry. I'm going to tell you exactly all the steps. So you just have to go towards your Shopify account, the admin account, and you have to go towards the settings section from the left side. After coming on settings, here we have the option of apps and sales channels. Let's select that. And over here you will find the option of develop apps. We have to select that option and we have to click on this create an app button. As we have done that, now first of all it is asking us to provide a name to our app. The app which we are going to create should have a name. So here I'm going to give the name, let's say, as new cart abandoned. Alright, so here I've just given the name according to the requirement of the workflow, but according to your choice, you can give any name to your app. Then here the app developer is already selected. That means the admin of the account. Then we are going to click on create app button. And as we have done that, the app is successfully created. Now we have to configure app. We have to configure admin API scope. So let's click on this button. And over here, we have to give the permissions to the app for certain things. First of all, because the condition is related to the customers and the orders. So here, first of all, we are going to provide the access for the customer. So I'm going to search for customers over here. So here we have the customer section. Okay, then I'm going to search for the orders. So we have the orders over here. So I'm going to provide the permission for drafting orders, write and read. Orders over here, order editing. All right. Then I'm going to provide the permission for the products, for reading and writing. Then here we are going to provide the permission for price rules. All right. And I think done. Okay, apart from this, if you want to provide the permission for discount or other details as well, you can also provide that permission, but I'm going to keep it same. And I'm going to simply click on save. As soon as we have done that, the configuration is saved. And now after providing the configuration to our app, here we have to install it. So let's click on install app button. And now it is asking us this app is subject to Shopify API license and terms of use. Let's click on install. And as soon as we will do that, the API token is ready in front of us. We have to just click on reveal token once and we have to copy it down. As we have done that, let's move back and paste it over here in admin API access token field, and the connection is going to be built now. So this is the data which you want, admin API access token and the subdomain. In the similar manner, you have to find out both the details and you have to click on save. As you will do that, the connection between Shopify and Pabbly Connect is built successfully. So now we are going to move forward. Here we have to select checkout order as created at option, and we have to click on save and send test request button to capture the response. But before moving forward, I have to tell you one more important thing, that Shopify is based on 10 minutes of polling time. Polling time is actually the time which Pabbly Connect is going to take for capturing new response every time. So whenever a new cart will be left abandoned by the customer in Shopify, after 10 minutes the response of that abandoned cart with all the details will be captured inside Pabbly Connect, and not instantly, because we have 10 minutes of polling time for Shopify. So when you're going to click on this save and send test request button, currently you're going to receive the latest or the last cart which was abandoned by the customer. But in order to capture the new response, what you are supposed to do, you have to do a test submission and then you have to click on this button. So I will take you towards my Shopify account first of all, and over here this is my store. As you can see, one of the product I'm going to add in my cart, and I'm going to left the cart abandoned in front of you for doing a test submission, and then when we are going to click on this save and send test request button, we are going to capture the response. Okay, so let's say I'm going to add this herbal face mask in my cart. Okay, so I'm going to click on add to cart button, and here we are going to click on checkout. So this is the checkout page which is open in front of us. Over here you can see we have the summary of the order. The product is herbal face mask. The price of the product is 500 rupees. Then here the tax is also added and the total amount is 590. Now in order to purchase the product, the customer will have to enter the details such as their email address or the phone number, their delivery address, their name, etc. So here you can see the details are added. We have the email as demo148@pabblytudes.com. The delivery address over here. We have the name of the customer as demo customer and all other details. So now I'm going to enter the card number as well. And now here I'm going to enter the expiry date, security code, and done. Alright, so here we have all the details. I have added all the details in the checkout page. I have proceeded to the checkout. I have added all the details to purchase the order, but I am not going to make the payment. Instead of this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this cart which I have created just now abandoned. Okay, how am I going to do that? By simply clicking on this cross button. So over here you can see that as soon as I have left the cart abandoned, the response is captured. In the response, when you will scroll down, you will find all the details of the customer. So first of all, you can see we have the name of the customer as demo customer, the same name which we have entered. Here when we'll scroll down, we have the exact email, demo148@pabblytudes.com. The exact address over here we have received, the state, the province code, we have received the zip code. Okay, we have received all the details as well. Okay, the street address as well. This means that the connection between Shopify and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful, and now because our event is new abandoned cart checkouts, as soon as a new cart will be left abandoned by a new customer, as soon as a new customer is going to leave the cart abandoned, automatically the details of that new abandoned cart will be captured inside Pabbly Connect with the details of the customers as well. And because my objective is to add these kind of customers to my Klaviyo account, so over here what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a connection between Klaviyo and Pabbly Connect now. For that, we have to move forward towards our action step, and we need to select our action application. So over here our action application will be Klaviyo. After selecting the application, the next thing which we have to do is we have to select the action event, because our objective is to create the subscriber. So here our event will be create profile. Okay, let's click on connect for that. Here how we are going to build the connection between Klaviyo and Pabbly Connect. For that as well, we have two options, add new connection and select existing connection. In case if you already have an existing connection, just go with that. But to create a new connection, we have to click on this add new connection button, and you have to click on connect with Klaviyo. For this, you have to make sure that you are already logged into your Klaviyo account, and here you have to select the version. So here I'm going to select the revision of this particular latest year 2024, and I'm going to click on save. As you've done that, because I am already logged into my Klaviyo account, the account is detected by Pabbly Connect, and now it is asking us the permission to access our Klaviyo account. So let's click on continue, and over here the account is already selected. I'm going to click on select over here, and we'll simply click on allow. So we have provided the permissions. And as we have done that, the connection between Klaviyo and Pabbly Connect is built successfully. After building the connection, we have to create the subscriber over there in Klaviyo account. So we have to enter the details in these fields, okay? So let's get started quickly. First of all, it is asking us the email address of the person to whom you want to add in your Klaviyo account. I want to add the customer who has left their cart abandoned in Shopify as the subscriber. So over here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same email which I have received in my earlier response. So instead of entering the data manually over here, I'm going to search for the email in my previous response. It has redirected me towards the email of the customer. So I'm going to select it over here, and it is mapped. When we have mapped this data like this, it has become dynamic, and with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace now. So when we have mapped this email, it is going to replace every time a new cart will be abandoned by the customer. The email and other details will be captured, and whatever details we are going to map in these fields are going to replace with the new details of that new customer. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process of adding each and every customer who has left their cart abandoned as a subscriber in Klaviyo. Instead of this process, if we are going to enter the data manually, if we will enter this email manually over here by typing or by copy and pasting, let's say, it will become static then, and it is not going to replace automatically because the workflow is going to stuck. Therefore, to automate the process smoothly, we have to use mapping. Then we are going to map the phone number. If we have received, let's search for the phone number. I have not received the phone number of the customer, so I'm going to ignore this field. Okay, if you want to enter any external ID, you can also enter it over here, but I'm going to ignore this field. Then I'm going to map the first name of the customer. That is demo. Then we have the last name as well. So I'm going to search for the last name as customer. So I'm going to map it as well. Then we have the organization name. So I'm going to keep it blank. We have to enter the title as well. So if you want to assign any title to the customer, you can enter it over here, but it is not required. So I'm going to ignore this field. I'm going to map the address of the customer as well. Big street, comma, big apartment. Then here I'm going to ignore the address line 2. I'm going to map the city over here. We have the country as well, the country code, longitude, latitude, etc. Zip code I'm going to map over here. Time zone if you want to enter, the IP address and other details. Okay, then I'm going to simply click on save and send test request button. And the response is received. So the profile is successfully created. So here we have received the data ID as well. So now I'm going to take you towards my Klaviyo account. We will go towards the profile sections. And you can see that over here in the profile section, automatically a new profile is added. This is for the demo customer. We have the email, and when we'll open this particular profile, we will find all the details. Okay, we have the unique ID of this profile. We have all other details as well, the location. Okay, this means that the connection between Shopify and Klaviyo is absolutely successful up till now. Over here, we have successfully created the profile of the customer inside Klaviyo. But here my objective is to add this customer into a particular list or a particular segment as a subscriber. So here for that, we have to click on this add action step button. Once again, we have to build the connection between Klaviyo and Pabbly Connect. So let's select our action application as Klaviyo, and our action event this time will be add profiles to list. Okay, so here I want to add the subscriber to a specific list. So I'm going to click on connect, and we'll go with the existing connection only as the connection is already built. Now here it is asking us the list ID, in which list you want to add your subscribers. So you can have multiple lists, multiple segments in your Klaviyo account. Here my objective is that whenever a customer is going to leave the cart abandoned in Shopify, I want to add that same person as a subscriber in this new cart abandoned list, which I have created separately for sending follow-up mails to all the customers who are leaving their carts abandoned. Okay, so here I'm going to select the same new cart abandoned as the list. Now here we have to enter the profile ID, the profile ID of the person to whom you want to add in this list. I have already created the profile. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply map the profile ID over here. For that, here we have received the profile ID in our earlier response. Let's turn this mapping button on, and here from the previous response, we will simply map it. Here we have the data ID, that is the profile ID we have of the recent subscriber. As we have mapped this profile ID, it has also become dynamic, and with each and every new response, it is going to replace now. Now we are going to simply click on save and send test request button, and as we have done that, here we have received the response. So now I'm going to take you towards my Klaviyo account quickly. We'll move back, and you can see that in this particular list, automatically a new subscriber is added, and that is the same subscriber as we have added as a profile. Okay, we have the name, email, and all other details. This means that the connection is built successfully between Shopify and Klaviyo, and this means that now whenever a new cart will be left abandoned in Shopify, automatically the profile will be created in Klaviyo, and that person will be added in a particular list as a subscriber. So once we have completed this integration, now we do not have to do anything. Okay, our automation is created. So very easily you can also create this automation step by step without the requirements of any coding and programming skills. I hope this video is helpful for you for your e-commerce store. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.